hearing the word respiration from our lower grades, we still get confused between the words breathing and respiration. We also connect respiration only with animals. Do you know the exact difference between these words? Breathing is an external process of exhalation and inhalation, while respiration is the enzymatic process to break down complex organic substances into simple ones. In this video, we will not discuss respiration. We will discuss a special type of respiration occurring in few varieties of plants called photorespiration, which occurs only in photosynthetic cells of these plants. Photorespiration, as the name goes, is a special types of respiration occurring in the presence of light. The whole process occurs in 3 different organelles of the cell. The organelles are peroxisomes, mitochondria, and chloroplast. So these are the 3 organelles. When normal respiration occurs in a plant, why does the requirement of photorespiration arise? In which group of plants does this process occur? When does it occur? To know the answers to the question above and to learn more about the photorespiration, we need to first understand the role of an important enzyme called RuBisCO. RuBisCO is the most abundant enzyme in the world. Do you know the full form of RuBisCO? RuBisCO stands for ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. This enzyme has active sites for both oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, where is RuBisCO present? RuBisCO is present in all those cells where the Calvin cycle takes place. So, can you guess in which cells RuBisCO is present? Yes, in C3 plants, RuBisCO is present in the mesophyll cells, and in C4 plants, RuBisCO is present in the bundle sheet cells. Now you can see this is an example of a C3 plant and corn is an example of a C4 plant. Now what role does RuBisCO play in photorespiration? As RuBisCO has active sites for both the gases, it shows more affinity towards carbon dioxide. That is, if carbon dioxide and oxygen are present in an equal ratio, RuBisCO picks up carbon dioxide. So when RuBisCO picks up carbon dioxide, Calvin cycle takes place. But when the amount of carbon dioxide is less, RuBisCO binds with oxygen and then the process photorespiration occurs. So oxygen has to compete with carbon dioxide to bind with the active site of RuBisCO. What would happen if RuBisCO has greater affinity towards oxygen? Let's answer this question later. When the carbon dioxide amount reduces in the mesophyll cells, RuBisCO binds with oxygen to produce one molecule of phosphoglycerate. It's a 3-carbon compound, and one molecule of phosphoglycolate, which is a 2-carbon compound, instead of producing 2 molecules of PGA, that is phosphoglycerate, which actually occurs during Calvin cycle. So from this picture, it is clear that when RuBisCO binds with carbon dioxide, it undergoes Calvin cycle, but when RuBisCO binds with oxygen, it undergoes photorespiration. The PGA formed in this step will continue with the Calvin cycle and regenerate the RuBP. So PGA formed continue with the Calvin cycle and regenerate RuBP. And the phosphoglycolate will get recycled into RuBP in a number of steps. The process utilizes ATP and release carbon dioxide. Hence, unlike respiration, In this process, there is no formation of energy and unlike photosynthesis, there is no formation of sugar. So, when does photorespiration takes place? Photorespiration takes place only when there is a death in the carbon dioxide amount. Can you now say in which group of plant does the process occur? This process occurs in C3 plants. As mentioned, RuBisCO traps carbon dioxide or oxygen from the air. In C3 plants, RuBisCO is present in the mesophyll cells and get exposed to the air. It then binds to carbon dioxide or oxygen respectively. Why doesn't photorespiration occur in C4 plants? In C4 plants, RuBisCO is present in the bundle sheet cells and these cells are not exposed to direct air. They receive carbon dioxide in the form of a 4-carbon compound, malic acid, from the mesophyll cells, reducing RuBisCO to function as carboxylase only. No direct exposure to air prevents the binding of oxygen with RuBisCO. C4 plants have a mechanism that increases the concentration of carbon dioxide at the enzyme site. We see that productivity and yield are good in C4 plants compared to C3 plants. Now, can you guess the answer to this? Yes. This process is a wasteful process as there is no synthesis of ATP and NADPH molecule and the productivity of C3 decreases due to photorespiration. We here discuss the process of photorespiration occurring in C3 plants. This process reduces the yield by decreasing the rate of photosynthesis. Do you think there are any other factors that influence the rate of photosynthesis, positively or negatively? Are there any ways to control the effect of these factors? Let's find the answer to the above question in the coming video. Now let's summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.